going right at it with, he's from Senate Commerce. He's Senator Eric Schmitt. Thank you so much. Okay, this is the breaking news. It's coming in right now. The White House got Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to just give a remarkably fatuous and off-the-wall speech in Georgia, telling China, stop it, back off selling cheaper climate change products in the U.S., like electric cars, because President Biden is reportedly angry China is undercutting his 2024 campaign, where he is touting spending hundreds of billions of taxpayer money on climate change. But, Senator, they're not complaining about cheaper appliances, drugs, and everything else from China. What do you make of this?
This, underscores the real problem, Liz, is that we're way too dependent on communist China for a wide variety of supply chain needs that we have, including pharmaceuticals, rare earth materials. And this is, again, part of the problem with this push for electric vehicles. There's not really a market for it here in the United States.
Let me jump in. What do you make of, economists tell us they appreciated Treasury Secretary Yellen as a respected economist, but how can the White House turn her into a campaign operative and put her up to this, couching it as China is, quote, destabilizing global supply chains? Is it destabilizing supply chains or Biden's reelection? They're turning Yellen into
she was also
operative.
Out there saying, she was also saying inflation was transitory, which was wrong, and she's had to apologize for that too, I think, to protect Joe Biden. But look, China they mean business, Liz. They're out to eat our lunch and our dinner. They're hell-bent on world domination. We have to understand that's their mindset. They believe that they just came out of a 200-year humiliation, and they want to be dominant on the world stage. And so we have all the energy that we'll ever need in this country. The idea that she's going to go over there or make a speech, as she went over there before, it was sort of a weird moment with the handshake and the bow and all that. But the point is, we need to be self-sufficient in this country. We can trade, but be reliant on our supply chains on communist China is a recipe for disaster. Their Belt and Road Initiative is aggressive. Their BRICS initiative is aggressive. And so the United States, we need to make sure that, again, we bring these manufacturing jobs home, that we, mine for anything that we need here. But, of course, you've got the Biden administration blocking those efforts, too. So the point is, there's just not a market for these EV vehicles here in the United States, outside of Silicon Valley and the coastal elites. And so it's driving terrible policy. We're making a bunch of stupid decisions along the way because of this genuflect.
It's a debacle. The British media is reporting Biden's electric car mandate is going to decide who wins the election, that it's a, quote, job shredder. It's the most costly historic debacle in U.S. history. Why not force America, or not force America, don't force them to do anything. Just buy hybrid cars. But they're going in on really expensive electric cars by 2032. It's going to demolish the $3 trillion car industry, lay off potentially hundreds of thousands of workers. Electric cars require something like 30% less labor. That's why electric cars make up just less than 8% of new car sales. Senator, they're so expensive. They cost about the same as something like the entire median U.S. household income when the battery loses half the value in about 10 years. Their power gets drained in cold weather. It's draining the electric grid. They're more polluting to make. You can't put the old batteries anywhere when you discard them.
Right, it's a toxic problem if you care about the environment. But yeah, we're losing American jobs because of all of this. And it doesn't make any sense for us. It's more radical, Liz, than you even outlined. They want to get rid of the internal combustion engine, and their goals are in the less than 10 years from now to have maybe 70% of all the vehicles that are manufactured be EVs. It doesn't make any sense. And one final point here. They're incredibly heavy, in many instances twice as heavy. The wear and tear on our roads and bridges, they've not even thought this out yet. In addition to not being a market for it, it's a real problem for our infrastructure. We're not capable of handling this. But again, this is a push by the climate alarmists to just sort of move their agenda forward regardless of what the American people think.
That's right, Senator. And by the way, they're so heavy, the tires wear out in like 5-10 years. And, so Biden wants America to only buy electric cars. That's a debacle. When even China, the world's biggest car market, is reporting a slowdown because consumers are starting to turn away from electric cars. Their big giant, BYD, just reported a slowdown in profit, its slowest in 2 years. But 8 states are planning to ban gas-powered cars, following California. Your final word on this.
Yeah, California had, the same time they announced that, they had rolling blackouts because they didn't have enough energy. This is ridiculous. Let the American people buy what they want. So quit trying to force this radical agenda down their throats.
Got it. Thank you, Senator Eric Schmitt. It's good to see you. That was fun. Come back soon.
Good to see you too, Liz.
Hope you enjoyed it.